I'm smarter, I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison, don't think it's safe inside. I got that check to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call, for real. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
What's that on that beat?
Addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my bands, flexing, counting my bands. Started getting money, I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now, that's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow, that's a big, big no. Gotta chase this money, bankroll after big bankroll. I must get this money, I must get this money. I must get this money, get this money, get this money. I'm addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends.
Got 100, I need bands. Now look at my dance. What is my jam? Run and get you that bands. Turning that party up. Used to have a my Nautica. You know the money be calling up. Friend, I'm tryna all of ya. Talking about it ballin', watch this. Started let me too quick. Went to Oakland with a few. Took 'em all you break. Yeah. Imagine what I paid for the rollie. Still from the police. 24 carats on my Kobe. Yeah. That for the homies.
I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Detroit!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Over!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward.
They've got his man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check. Gun.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
Play action. Now Jackson. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he fires one incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Coleman. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Here's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now you've turned it over, and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than a defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 29 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's Coleman. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Coleman now fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Let's go.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
21. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Ryan drops it off for Coleman. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 15 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
This is Coleman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Hey, let's go.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. A 2nd quarter score from down in Houston. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley from 21 yards away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. And
not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. That's taken on the 25. Escapes the defender. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Ryan now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Able to shake him off. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And they'll run it here. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Ryan. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Now the ball comes loose, and the Falcons grab it. And he cuts it, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Extra point attempt here still to come. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just shedding him off there. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
We got three, fellas, we got 3. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson fighting to stay upright. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Falcons now. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he slings one that's incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. A good pick up there, 26 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Room to run inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right back to him on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts. The
Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt, and he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on 2nd down, Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Andrews. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, Jackson. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Vic Beasley in there for this sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that'll set them back 5. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Hunt. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Get up! 21! 20!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. 30, 20, 10. Whoa, it still won't go down. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll get it up the middle, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Gun!
Now it's Hunt, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Akeem Hunt punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll go on the ground. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll run it here. And running with power here. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now they try the right side here. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Tackle made by the 2nd-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson finding Gabriel complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 38 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They run again with Hunt. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Gun. Right.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Flush to his right. It fights him off. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Falcons send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at the 43. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. The quick. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw there.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here's Hunt, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 3rd down, that's Hunt. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Here's Jackson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
Let's go.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so